Hey guys, I'm back, and today I'm going to be doing the 5th update to my 25 in 2025 project pan here on YouTube. If you're new here, I will link my playlist that has my intro and all of my updates so far in the cards and in the description box below, along with my updates for my other projects that I have going on this year. So if you like project panning, there's plenty of that to go around this year. And without further ado, let's hop into the projects, or the products. First, going in order of length in this project, we have my Park Avenue Princess palette from Tarte. This is a bronzer palette. Here's what the palette was looking like last month at 93 uses, and I'm down to just kind of 2 shades, and then I have used it an additional 22 times for a total of 115 uses. And here's what it's looking like today. So there is a little bit of progress on angle, and I believe some on Princess Cut. I'm feeling the desire to repress this one, maybe even in a single compact, like not in a big palette like this. It's just becoming a little bit unwieldy, and also I just feel like I'm not really seeing any progress. So maybe if it was in a different shape, if it was repressed and not just like collecting around the edges, I would be able to gauge how much I'm using this. So let me know what you think of that idea in the description box below, because I'm liking this. I'm nervous I won't be able to get it used up by the end of the year, which is insane. I've been working on this palette since 2018. I think I got this in like 2017 or 2018, and I've been using it almost exclusively since then, with a brief foray into using up the bronzers in my Hourglass ambient lighting edit, which took like a couple of months. So almost non-stop for like 5+ years is insane for a bronzer palette. If you want good value for the money, this is definitely where it's at. If you have a light to medium skin tone, I don't think this would work for anyone who is any sort of depth level. This is kind of, Tarte is notorious for having iffy shade ranges, but I've been using it forever and I find it insane that I'm still working on it. Then we have my Eyeko liquid eyeliner, and at my last update I said that I would use it for 1 more month and then use it up. I used it for the last time today. I still can get a good wing, but it's starting to do that thing where, like, if you try to do too much with it, it starts drying out as you use it, so it's hard to get a really precise wing on both sides. This I just did really quickly as a test today, and of course it looks great. When I'm not too pressed about it, it looks really good. But yeah, you can see kind of there, the end is starting to dry out, and it's not quite as like full pigment black as I would like from a liquid liner. And also I've had this open and been using it on and off since the beginning of the year, so it is just time to let this go. It's probably disgusting, even though it's not dried out. It's time to stop putting this on my eye. Then I will roll something in to replace it at the end of the video. Sticking with the eye products, we have this Lancome Le Crayon Kohl eyeliner, and here is a picture of the progress. We had pretty good progress this past month. I'm trying to make sure to use it regularly. Here is a swatch of it right there. It is a great black eyeliner, and I think we are starting to get to that, point where it's starting to get harder to sharpen. I do think I'll be able to get this used up, or at least to a point where I can't sharpen it anymore by the end of the year, and that is the goal. So I just want to keep working on this, and then maybe someday I can use another eyeliner. These things are so small but last so long. Then I have this Laura Mercier Caviar Eye Stick in the shade Khaki, a beautiful green color. I've been definitely playing with this as much as possible this past month, using it as a base under other shadows to give them a nice finish. I'm using it with a lot of golds and bronzes and things like that, and I've been really enjoying it. Here's a picture of the progress. Another pretty good month of progress in the grand scheme of all of the months of progress that I've had before. Not quite enough to be able to, if I keep making this much, I'm not going to be able to finish this up by the end of the year, but I still want to keep using it because I really like these eyeshadow sticks, but they're just something that I'll get into using and then kind of fall out of cyclically, and I want to start making more concerted effort to get one used up. Even every other year would be great, because at this rate I will never use any of them up, and they're beautiful. And then the last product that has been in the project since the beginning is my face mask, and this is the Evergetikin face mask for sensitive and dehydrated skin. It's the pink clay mask. We are down to here. We are actually like so close to getting this used up. If I had remembered to bring this with me, I had a work trip all last week. If I had used this like once or twice last week, it'd be done. So this, if it is still in my project next month, or if I'm not rolling it out next month, I quit project planning. I can't do, I really need to just bite the bullet, use it up, and then I get to pick something new. I think maybe I'll like grab a handful of sheet masks and like work my way through them, because I also have a lot of those. And yeah, face masks is kind of an overgrown category in my collection, unfortunately. So I think it'll probably be another face mask. If not, it'll be another kind of treatment style product. Then something that was rolled in at my first update is this Kat Von D liquid lipstick in the shade Bachelorette, and my goal is to use this 75 times. At my last update I had used this 35 times, and I've used it an additional 16 times since then, so that is a total of 51 uses. I believe my mental math has been really bad lately. I'm pretty sure that's 51, just quick math in my head. So I am definitely on my way, especially if I keep using it at the cadence that I have the past couple of months. The past 2 months have both been really good. If I continue using it like 15 times in a month, I think I could get it used up, maybe, possibly. It does not look any closer to being used up than the day I rolled it in. Except every once in a while when I pull it out, you can kind of see a little bit, teeny tiny bit of windowing. So keep working towards that 75 use goal. I'm 2/3 there, so hopefully I can get this looking real used by the end of the year. And it's one of my favorite lipstick colors to wear. It's such a power color for me, so I'm definitely not having a hard time wearing it regularly. Then we have my Exa color corrector. Where did it go? My Exa color corrector in green, and I've pulled out the stopper. I've gone in with a makeup spatula, and now everything is like down here at the bottom, and I think I can get this used up by my next update. I've been really enjoying wearing this, especially on mornings where I am like getting up, working out, like running around, and then when I sit down to get ready, I am a little bit red in the face. I feel like this really just is able to help bring me back to a pretty neutral complexion without a ton of product, and still look pretty natural, I think, compared to like wearing a whole bunch of makeup all over my face. So really enjoying this, and I think this can get used out. If it's not next month, it'll be the following month. Then the next product is my RMS Uncover Up Concealer. I'm going to show what this was looking like at my last update. I'm not tracking uses on this one, but I've been using it a good amount, and we're getting down to the corners of this one, and here's what it's looking like now. I just love this concealer. I think it wears so beautifully. It's easy to apply. It's really hard to get too much of this under your eye, which is an area where too much concealer can look real janky really fast. So this is still just my favorite concealer. I feel like I don't have a ton of concealers in my collection. I would be tempted to pick this back up on like a Black Friday sale, because I do really love this one. And then the next product is my Huda Beauty Lip Contour in the shade Trophy Wife. Here's a picture of what the progress was looking like. Definitely like a good couple sharpens I got on this. Nowhere near close to what would be needed to use it up in the next like 4 months, but I just want to keep wearing it consistently. If I could get it half used up, that would honestly be incredible. So gonna keep wearing this regularly, and maybe even take this, like we're putting this on as like an everyday, maybe. I don't know, we'll see. I'm gonna try pairing this with different lip glosses and sticks to see what really looks the best. And then last but not least, I have my Tarte 2017 holiday palette, and I rolled in the shade Getaway, and my goal was 60 uses. Here's what it was looking like at the last update. I'm pretty sure I got a video, and I have used it 31 times since my last update, and here's what it's looking like now. So as you can see, a lot of progress on this one. I've been using the shade in a ton of different ways, in the brows, in the crease of my eye. I even use this as a contour. It's a really nice taupey brown that's not too gray for me, and so I'm really happy to use it. And if I use it up before I hit 60 uses, which at this rate I don't think will happen, but if I do, I'd be happy with that outcome as well. And then lastly, to replace the Eyeko liquid liner, I feel like I'm good on eye products right now between my Pan Those eyeshadows, Pan That palette, the products I have rolled in here. So I decided to roll in a blush, and in the fall, when I still have a little bit of a tan, I like a lot more warm tones, oranges, as you can see what's going on right here, and I decided to roll in Tarte Party Dress. I have this mini powder blush, and I want to use it 45 times, and it is so pretty, such a beautiful flattering tone on me. I've been wearing a lot of cream blushes so far this year, so getting a powder blush in the mix is going to be really just nice to mix it up, and I think it'll go well with the other things I'm panning for the most part and help me keep up this warm orange tone throughout the rest of the year, because I definitely want to make some progress on the more warm tones in my other projects. So that is everything that I have for you today. Thank you so much for joining me. If you have any suggestions or questions, make sure to leave them in the description box down below. And most of all, I hope you're having an incredible, awesome day wherever you are, and that I get to see you in a future video. Thanks, guys.